Hi everybody! Welcome to day number 9 of the Nail Art Advent with Kelly and Karen. Today's nail theme is Christmas tartan. So I have got Check Yourself and Sunset in Florida. These two, like a beige and a very gorgeous red. So for this design, I'm going to apply, I had to think about what I was doing then. I'm going to apply a layer of this beige colour that I've completely forgotten what it was already. I only added 1 coat. You might want to do 2 if you're doing it on a client, but it covered really well. So I thought, I'm only going to do 1. And then on my palette, I've got the red, which I think was Sunset in Florida. And I'm going to start adding some diagonal thick red lines to the nail. So I'm only going to do like a couple, and then I will sort of skip forward a bit, because once you've seen me do 1 thick stripe, you've seen me do them all. Is that the phrase? It sounds wrong. It sounds weird. It sounds like not right. Anyway, that's the first one. The next one, I want to make sure that everything is as equally spaced as possible so that it looks even. That's the plan anyway. So that's our second one. I can't see because the box is in the way. And then I'm going to do a third. Oh, look, I've done them all. That was quick. And then I've popped that in the lamp for 30 seconds. And then if you can see what I'm doing here, I'm doing another line, but it's diagonal to the other ones. But I want to make sure that all the boxes that it creates with the beige colour, I want them to be all the same size. So I'm trying my hardest to make everything equally spaced, just so that it looks right. Otherwise it would bug me. But do your best, because it's a little bit tricky. Oh dear. There we go. And then we're going to do another one down here. And then we will just fill that in all the way to the bottom. And then once I've done that, that will go in the lamp for 30 seconds. Right, I'm going to use the gel polish for this bit. You can use the gel paints. I'm not quite sure why I didn't use the gel paint, but I decided to use the gel polish. I'm going to outline every red stripe on here. So the stripes that you've done all need an outline. Can you see what I'm doing? Right, like that. And then on the outside, this is really difficult to I decided in the end I was going to rub off the tacky layer because I didn't want the gel polish to spread. But on the outside of each line, you're going to do another fine line with a very slight gap. So what you're going to end up with, not on the inside, in the inside of the red, but you want to kind of do it on the inside where the beige is. That's actually the outside. I probably totally confused you. So what you'll end up with is in each of the square beiges, you're going to end up with like a kind of border. I'll show you here. So can you see what I'm doing? It's on the outside of the stripes. I think I'm making sense. I'll do that all the way down to the bottom, and then there we go. Look, can you see? So the beige just has got like a border, but the reds don't. Yeah, I know. I just feel like these tartan nails are a complete brain melt. I know, I feel you. I'm now going to go over with the velvet matte top coat. You can do it shiny. I like them matte because you know I'm a matte person. And then the lines I'm putting on here go through the beige, where the beige bits are, not the red bits. And you're going to do like just little lines through, and then you're going to go in the other direction. But because the gel paints don't have a tacky layer, we can use these on top of a finish nail without needing to re-top coat. And also I like that the shiny, I like the shiny on the mat, as I've probably said in every other video. And then I wanted to try, this went completely wrong, just use acrylic. I was trying to use, this is the ombre pigments from Nail Sugar. I thought it might work. This is the dotting tool from Madam Glam, but it doesn't want to focus. So using the gel paint, I'm going to add some, you can't see because it's a little bit blurry. That's a bit annoying. Like at the top and the bottom, I'm going to put some little dollops, and then, there we go. Right, using my brush, you could make these stars, but I thought like, kind of like snowy, more snow than stars would look quite nice. So like the stars, I'm doing little flicks coming out from the tops and the sides, but I'm also going to do little diagonal lines coming out on all of those. Not, obviously the flicks don't go too far. Like if you're doing a big star, I don't want them as flicky as the stars, but a little bit flicky. So technical. Yeah, and I, instead of like making it textured with the acrylic powder, I thought I could use the shimmer pigment, but it didn't, you'll see, it didn't quite go very well. I'm going to add just some little dots to give a more of a snowy look. And then, yeah, like I would the acrylic, you know, I sprinkle the acrylic on and let the gel paint suck it up. Well, this didn't, look, it wasn't as powdery. I mean, it is powdery, but it wasn't, and it ended up just falling out in a clump. And I was like, okay, this is, at this point I knew I'd mucked up. And look, it's going to cover the whole nail with shimmer. And I was like, no, this is going to go horribly wrong. But anyway, bear with me, right? I left it for a little bit just to soak up some of the pigment, and then I shoved it in the lamp for 60 seconds, and then brushing off the pigment, just sort of spread it all over the nail. But because the gel paint had cured, everything was cured, so I grabbed a wipe with some isopropyl alcohol on and just tried to wipe off the pigment that I shouldn't have used. Because I'm a peanut. But anyway, you can get 10% off Nail Sugar using the code NatMug10, 30% off Madam Glam. Anyway, yeah, using NatMug30. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. Don't forget to check out Kelly and Karen's. Their links will be down below. God bless. Love you all. And I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.